Today on Gear Review, I'd like to share with you guys a project guitar that I'm really proud of. It's been a real labor of love. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a huge Steve Vai fan, and I've always wanted a Vai gem. That's really basically my white whale. My holy grail guitar. I brokered a couple of deals on the white one about 4 years ago, and they all fell through. Couldn't really nail it down to a price that I wanted to pay. And then last year, is it last year or year before last? One of the two. They re-released my favorite gem of all time, which was the Desert Yellow Vai gem with the disappearing pyramids on the fretboard. So anyway, tried brokering a deal for one, and it fell through, which led to me getting the J Custom that I have. But I was still kind of feeling that thing, like I said, I really want one of those Desert Yellow gems. Well, then last year, Ibanez released the RG series reissues, the Genesis guitars. And as most, I guess I've said this in other videos, I always say most of you know, if you've seen some of my older videos, you know, that my first real guitar, the guitar that I played for the most part 95% of the 90s when I was doing the club band thing, I played an RG. It's either a 570 or a 560. I'll get a bit fuzzy now, but it was one of my favorite guitars, and I played that guitar for 10 years, and I played it till I broke it. Pretty much. The only reason I retired that guitar is that it finally suffered enough abuse that it could no longer do the job. And they had reissued the 550 series multiple times over the years, but they had not reissued the 550s in a lefty. Well, last year they did. They released the 550, and not only did they release it, they released it in Desert Yellow. I was like, it was almost as if the guitar gods were speaking to me. So I bought one of the Desert Yellow RG550 and began scouring the internet for parts so that I could convert it into a pseudo gem. So, and this is her. This is my Ibanez RG550 Genesis. It's got the 5-piece maple walnut super wizard neck, 16-inch fretboard radius. I believe basswood body, maple neck, Godo tuners, Edge Pro bridge. Those just the usual suspects that you get on the 550. And of course, then what I did was I didn't want it to be, because it can't be a true gem conversion because no monkey grip. So that's knowing that I had that limitation, I said, well, I'm going to stray away from the just straight gem copy and kind of throw my own twist on it. So instead of going with pink pickups, which is what the Desert Yellow gem has, instead of going with the pink pickups, I decided to go with pink and green. I still use the standard pickups. These are, it's an Evolution set, but in green and pink, and then of course aftermarket knobs, and the fretboard inlays are not inlays. Actually, I was very skeptical about these, but they're stickers. They're fretboard stickers. But to be honest, it doesn't feel any different than any other guitar I play. You never actually really touch them with the strings, so you don't have to worry about the strings pulling the stickers off. And I thought it turned out really well visually. Of course, it already came with the 5-way mega switch, and it's just the 550s. I was a huge fan of those. The original 550s from the late 80s to the early 90s. They were just brilliant guitars. You know what I mean? It was like they weren't overly flashy, but they were just great workhorse instruments. They sounded good. They were tonally versatile, comfortable to play, lightweight, well balanced, and I really felt like Ibanez version of the Floyd Rose. I really felt it was, or is. I still feel this way. I feel like their version of the Floyd is probably one of the best versions of the Floyd Rose out there on the market. So you get all the growl, that you need from these really high output pickups, but with the 5-way switching and the coil splitting abilities of the 5-way mega switch, you also can have very good just like I said, it's just a very, very versatile setup. I mean, you can just get a lot out of it. Like you can go from same sound will also just go back to the bridge. The pickups are just very, they have a lot, they're very dynamic. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The pickups are very dynamic. They still can, even, but you can still get a lot of. Just a lot. to put everything financially in perspective, the left-handed Genesis is about $1,999. I probably have another $300 in between the pickups and the knobs, and the fretboard stickers were about, I want to say like 20 bucks. Yeah, something like that. So say, you know, round it up, say basically I basically have $1,400 tied up into this, and it sounds great and it plays great. And when you think about a gem, a real gem has a price tag of about, for left-handed anyway, has a price tag of about $3,500. The thing is that $3,500 compared to $1,000, bang for your buck. You can't go wrong with this one for bang for your buck. You just can't. It's a killer. It's a killer guitar. But anyway, this is Galen H2O. This has been Gear and Review, and this has really just been me wanting to show my project gem conversion guitar.